sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. Enjoy your weekend.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight at 11.
Hear why the National Security Minister is chalking up the F&M leaders' call for election observers as politics.
Plus, a strong start for the tourism industry, with figures showing the destination already pulling in more than 2 million visitors. And an historic first for the country's first true cocktail bar. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapindo, filling in for Corvell Pyfrom. Welcome to the broadcast. A key election process underway. The Parliamentary Registration Department verifying the voters' register, checking names, eligibility, and polling assignments as the advanced polling begins in just a matter of days. Authorities emphasizing that safeguards are in place to detect and correct any discrepancies, as the process is essential to maintain public confidence in the outcome of the vote. Our Desmond Saunders has the story.
A pleasant evening. I'm coming to you live from the Parliamentary Registration Department. Weeks before the May 12th general election, over 20 returning officers meticulously verifying counterfoils on the register. I have joining me on the broadcast Mr. Harrison Thompson, who's a parliamentary commissioner. Talk about the process and how smooth is this process going to be before we head into the May 12th general election?
Thank you so much, Desmond. As we prepare for the elections, we want to ensure that the counterfoils and the register matches each other. So when the voter comes into the poll, when they check the register, the counterfoil will be there to match the register, so they won't have any challenges at the poll. This process is very important because it alleviates a lot of problems at the polls. And if we do it now and we check and we double check, and that's why we start the process now to ensure that all of our returning officers come in with their presiding officers and they check. So they would be the people in the poll. So they must be familiar with the process.
So this process started about an hour. As you can see on your television screen, a number of returning officers are here, and they will be meeting in just a few minutes. But this meeting will continue tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we started today because we have 25 constituencies in Nassau, and some of the constituencies have about 13 or 14 polling divisions, so it takes a little while. It's a meticulous process, but it has to be done. And so we have today and tomorrow set aside for that, and we hope at the end of the day, everybody be comfortable with the polling station that they are assigned to.
Your department has been under the microscope for the last few weeks. Any concerns heading into the May 12th general election? Are you prepared?
We are prepared, and we are committed to the task at hand, and we will do our endeavor best to ensure that every eligible Bahamian who has registered is on the register and is able to vote in the election, because your vote is your voice. And we live in a democratic society, and the people of the Bahamas will decide who will be the next government of the Bahamas.
I must put you in my prayers. You have a formidable task ahead of you, but that's what's happening here at the Parliamentary Registration Department. And here at ZNS News, we'll keep tabs and provide you with the very latest.
Well, thanks, Desmond. The government holding firm, meantime, that there's no possibility of an election being stolen. The National Security Minister stressing as much following the opposition leader's comments fanning the flames of doubt. Cleopatra Murphy reports.
I think that was pure politics by Mr. Pintard.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, is dismissing Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard's call for international observers to monitor the May 12 general elections after he penned a letter to U.S. Ambassador His Excellency Herschel Walker and the United Nations to monitor the elections amid concerns over the maintenance of the voters' register. The minister responsible for general elections says the actions of Pintard, a member of the former Minnis administration, are that of a desperate man.
He would know that every election we invite election observers. Routinely we invite CARICOM. We invite the OAS. The United States of America is a founding and active member. And we in fact invite the U.S. The only person who can invite election observers is a parliamentary commissioner. And going back, I think, to as far as 1992, they're routinely invited. So it's politics. It's the grasping of a man who sees a cut hit coming.
The opposition leader's concern comes amid seemingly increasing reports of documents and voters' card fraud, an action that saw a man employed with the Parliamentary Registration Department and a woman in possession of a card that did not bear the Parliamentary Registration Department seal face multiple charges last week. The Minister of National Security believes the fact that irregularities are being caught shows the strength of the system because it was happening previously but not detected. Asked if observers would be at Thursday's advanced polls, Munro says they determine if they attend, suggesting the public need not worry about a fair election.
This isn't rocket science. It's not reinventing the wheel. It happens every election. It happened when the PLP got beat in 2017. It happened when they got beat in 2021, and it'll happen when they get beat in 2026.
The U.S. State Department and the Organization of American States have already confirmed observer teams for the May 12th general elections. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, political energy surging in the Berry Islands, where the Progressive Liberal Party took its campaign last evening in hopes of winning over voters ahead of the general election. Leah Cooper has the story.
It's a brand new political battleground, and the Progressive Liberal Party is making its presence felt in Bullock's Harbor on Great Harbor Key. Supporters turned out as the party hosted a link-up for progress in the newly formed Bimini and Berry Islands constituency Thursday night, one of the latest seats created following boundary changes earlier this year. For many residents, this will be their first time voting in this new configuration, and the PLP says it's ready to deliver. PLP candidate for the area, Randy Rowe, telling supporters the party has a clear plan for the Family Islands.
What comes next is clear. More investments in our Family Islands. Stronger support for small businesses. Better access to health care and social services. And real opportunities for our young people so that they can build their futures right here at home.
PLP leader, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, also taking the stage, defending his administration's record and urging voters to stay the course.
In 19 days, Berry Islands, you can choose to build on the progress we have made so far. We've done a lot, as I said, but there's a lot more to do. And even more to lose if you don't go out there and vote for it. In 19 days, Berry Islanders, you have to decide what kind of leader you want to wake up to. When you want to get things done, you need good, stern, steady leadership.
But the night also carried a sense of history with former Member of Parliament for the area, Leonardo Lightbourne, reflecting on strides made on the island. With the general election fast approaching, all political parties are expected to intensify their campaigns across the country as voters prepare to make their mark in a race that's already drawing national attention. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
The Free National Movement also on the ground last evening, taking its Fire Forward campaign to North Andros. Lloyd Allen reports.
Leader Michael Pintard used the rally stage to appeal to Androsians to vote for change this general election while criticizing the government on a myriad of issues.
In 2017, when we came to government, They had hired thousands of persons, and they were regularized in the public service. The truth of the matter is, last election, 2021, ask the women who worked in urban renewal. We made a total of $50 million available to small businesses because you are the engine of this economy. We make a commitment to double the number.
F&M North Andrews candidate nurse Janice Oliver listing a litany of challenges which she says the current administration neglected to address.
The Lausanne Primary School started almost 20 years ago. Is it finished? The Lausanne Bridge started in 2021 when the PLP came to power. Is it finished? 4.5 years of PLP promises. 4.5 years of empty words. While the school sits unfinished, our young people sit unemployed. BAMSI, meant to be the pride of Andros, is failing.
Also speaking with residents, F&M Tall Pines candidate and Party Secretary General Serfent Roll, who laments that despite the current administration's work over the past 4.5 years, transparency will take center stage under a Michael Pintard-led government.
We will pass the public anti-corruption bill. We will pass the Code of Conduct bill. We will roll out freedom of information in our first year.
Meantime, Foxhill candidate Dr. Nicholas Fox claims the quality of health care nationwide is declining.
You will get health care that is needed here in Andros. An F&M government will hire 100 new doctors, 200 new nurses. We will put them where they are needed, including right here in Andros.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, a departure from the campaign trail for the Prime Minister, who was on hand this morning for the launch of a digital one-stop shop to support Bahamian businesses. The interactive website serving as a central access point connecting national policy with everyday business decisions, as we hear from our Fern Carey.
The Bahamas Trade Commission's new digital platform will serve as a major trade resources page that supports Bahamian businesses while providing information on navigating the global trade marketplace. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, says the portal also highlights new opportunities in trade, and he is urging entrepreneurs and residents to explore the platform.
We know that to move the dial on exports, we have to make it easier for Bahamian entrepreneurs to find opportunities, understand requirements, access finance, and navigate the practical realities of selling into foreign markets. The platform creates a system of opportunity with information, access, pathways, and support. The website connects national policy to the everyday decisions business owners make.
Trade Commission Chairman Barry Griffin said the portal represents a shift in how businesses will now engage the international trade community.
What we are doing today through the Opportunity Hub and through the Bahamas Trade Commission is simple. We are building a pathway from here to there. Not in theory, not in speeches, but in structure, in systems, in real usable tools. Trade is not just about containers and cargo. Trade is about opportunity, expansion, participation in the global economy.
Attendees also heard from both the Chinese ambassador and the British High Commissioner to the Bahamas on trade opportunities in their respective countries. 4 Bahamian companies were also awarded grants to grow and enhance their brands. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, still to come, the latest tourism stats. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Stay with us.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pindart says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Wait, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
In other news this evening, tourism's strong finish in 2025 spilling over into the first 2 months of 2026, with figures showing the Bahamas welcomed more than 2.4 million visitors by air and sea between January and February. Here's Tourism Director General Latia Donka.
Stopover remains strong as we've seen it. It's above last year. Now, March numbers, the Georgina and team who leads research is compiling those numbers now. And based on the preliminary reports that we've seen, the indication is that the performance has been strong. And so for us, it's going to be another wonderful and amazing month. And we also expect positive news from an overall year to date when they're released, January to March.
Addressing stakeholders at Thursday's Bahamas Hotel Tourism Association's Board of Directors meeting, the Tourism Director General noted that momentum within the nation's #1 industry remains high. She credits the renewed work and strategy of tourism professionals and holds optimism for the year ahead.
So the Ministry of Tourism, we are focused on increasing visitor arrivals to the destination while ensuring that the value, the economic benefit is felt across the length and breadth of the Bahamas. So for us, this means strengthening brand visibility, driving demand, and ensuring that when customers think about travel, the Bahamas is always top of mind. More importantly, what we've seen is it's important to ensure that we remain positioned as a multi-destination. And so we're promoting 16 distinct experiences that allows us to consistently meet a wide range of traveler interests.
And cheers to Bon Vivant's Bar. It's been named the 50th best bar in North America, the only bar, restaurant, or hotel from the Bahamas ever to be included on a 50 best list. With specialty drinks on the menu like Unicorn Tears, Jungle Bird, and the Crooked Island Swizzle, Bon Vivant's is no stranger to international acclaim, having earned multiple regional top 10 honors at the Tales of the Cocktail Spirited Awards and being featured on 50 Best Discovery in 2025. The term bon vivant is French, meaning a person who devotes themselves to a luxurious lifestyle and lives it well. Bon Vivant's owners say this latest milestone represents the culmination of more than 7 years of dedication, creativity, and consistency from the team. Bon Vivant's will continue this momentum with a celebration to launch its 2026 menu on April 30th, which introduces a new section of Bahamian-inspired cocktails that celebrate the flavors, culture, and identity of the Bahamas. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight. Sports is up next.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, fat on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
When bold flavor meets crispy perfection, something deliciously unexpected happens. Say Say hello to Wendy's new Italian chicken sandwich. Juicy chicken topped with Italian seasoned tomatoes, melty mozzarella, and a zesty mayo spread that'll have you saying, Bellissimo! It's the chicken you crave with a zesty twist you didn't see coming. Always imitated, never duplicated. Gotta be Wendy's.
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger have many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. Those pepper wings.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Day 2 of competition in the books over in Georgetown, Exuma. Our resident skipper, Charles Fisher, let us know how the classes are shaping up heading into the final race day.
It was a good day of sailing here on day number 2 of the National Family Regatta here in Georgetown, Exuma. The A-class sloops able to get in one race. Coming in 9th was Legend. Tidal Wave was 8th. Good News finished 7th. Captain Jean was 6th. Ed Sky 5th. Coming in 4th was New Courageous. Rough Justice was 3rd. And on the final lap, it was a battle between the Running Tide and Silent Partner. But the Legend, Stefan Knowles, able to outmaneuver the crew of Silent Partner and win it all. The crew of Silent Partner, knowing that they had this race won, spoke about it after the race.
Heartbreaking at the end of the race. We had a good momentum going, but we made a bad boo-boo. And in the sports, as we call it, we fumbled the ball. Yeah. There were 2 buoys with a gate. We take the lower buoy, and we came to land, which when we came into land, we got blocked by the wind and all the boats. We should have taken the outer buoy to go back north, to stay into the breeze, and then we'd finish the job that we came here for.
We coming back with blood in our eyes. You know, that ain't like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? They get away. Yeah. You know, it was a photo finish still at the end of the race.
Just a second.
But like I say, it is what it is. You know, we all make mistakes at one point. You know, you might be heated at the moment, but as the day go, we be ready to go. We are confident in the boat, the crew, and everybody. So we're going to make the corrections, and I'm sure they're going to do better today.
It was another beautiful day of sailing here in Georgetown, Exuma. We'll give you that in Saturday Sports Package. But until then, I'm Charles Fisher. Back to you, Amo.
Thanks, Fisher. In baseball news, Jazz Chisholm Jr. finally going yard. The Bahamian professional baseball player with the New York Yankees hit his first home run of the season, taking a shot around the right field pole to get his team on the scoreboard against their hated rival, the Boston Red Sox, on Thursday. Yankees would take that game 4-2, sweeping the Sox at Fenway Park. They have now won 6 games in a row, the second longest winning streak in the majors. Chisholm became the last Yankees regular starter to hit a home run this year. Hopefully, this is the catalyst to a turnaround for what has been a relatively slow start to the season for Jazz. Switching gears in college basketball news, 2 Bahamians on the move as they announced their transfer to 2 new programs. First, Syracuse transfer Donnie Freeman committing to Rick Pitino and the St. John's Red Storm on Monday, beating out the Kentucky Wildcats. Freeman was one of the best players left in the portal Versatile 6'9" forward who's coming off an honorable mention All-ACC season. He averaged 16 points and 7 boards as a sophomore. As a freshman, he averaged 13 and 8 as well. Brent Moss is now a Tulsa Hurricane. This after wrapping up his junior season with the Texas San Antonio Roadrunners, where he averaged 9 points, 4 boards, and just over 1 steal a game. He'll also be named a starter for the final 11 games of the season. He looks to take the next step, bringing two-way wing depth to a Tulsa team that reached the NIT final this year. And more from these NSO Sports sit-down with judoka Kara Hana, who recently secured a bronze at the Senior Pan Am Championships in Panama. She lets us know what's next for her.
Okay, so actually last month there was a competition in Guatemala, which was the Guatemala Senior CAC Cup, which actually qualified me for the CAC Games. So I was able to secure that with the bronze again. And now we are preparing for the CAC Games in July, and then immediately after the Commonwealth Games, which will be in August. So it's like maybe within the same week span that I'll have 2 really major competitions. So our plan is to send me to Japan to get proper training, because I need the bodies, I need the repetition, especially like the cardio, because with the judo, there isn't like any breaks. So it isn't like boxing where you have rounds and you have like a minute in between to catch your breath. It's like a 4-minute straight. The only break you get is if you're on the floor and the ref called mate and you have to stand up and go right back at it again. So like me being a heavyweight, endurance is like what's gonna actually push you beyond those limits, you know?
And that's been a look at your sports this Friday. I'm Almajal Knowles. Enjoy your weekend.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pindart says,
We will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously. If you think a friend or family member is suicidal, there is a lot that you can do to help and save a life. However, for persons who are not in the grips of suicidal depression and despair, it's a bit difficult to understand what actually drives many individuals to take their own lives. A suicidal person may feel as if there is no help available and they're in so much pain that there aren't any other options. So here are a few warning signs to look out for. A person frequently talking about suicide, self-loathing or self-hatred, suddenly getting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to loved ones, withdrawing from others, and self-destructive behavior. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. If you are unsure whether or not someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is to simply ask. Giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express their feelings can provide relief from loneliness, pent-up negative feelings, and perhaps prevent an attempted suicide. You can start the conversation with statements like, I've been feeling concerned about you lately. I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing today. If they confide in you and they are suicidal, respond to National Hotline for 24-hour crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector Mikal Pinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
Well, it's time now for a weather check with Diane Dorsett. Good evening, Diane.
Good evening. Our satellite picture shows a broad area of cloudiness associated with a low-level trough that is moving eastward, with things expected to clear up overnight. Now let's take a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northwest Bahamas, it's 78 degrees in Grand Turtle Key, Freeport City, Allenstown, Bimini, and Bullocks Harbor, 77 in Marsh, Robert Abaco, 78 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Camp Space, South Andros is 77 degrees, in Harbor Island, 76, in Rockstown and Luther, 80, Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, also 80 degrees, 81 in Georgetown, Exuma. And for our southernmost islands, it's 81 degrees in Crooked Island, Clarencetown, and Ragged Island, 76 in Betsy Bay and Acklands. In Matthew, Tynagua, it is 79 degrees, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 75 degrees. Tonight, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a low of 70 degrees, and tomorrow, partly sunny and nice with a high of 82. Now, in your 7-day forecast, expect mostly sunny and warm days with mild nights. It'll start to get warmer over the weekend with highs reaching the mid-80s. That's your late night look at weather. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night and enjoy your weekend.
Well, thanks, Diane. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At the Lyndon Bindling International Airport, I'm Corvell Pyfrom. This is ZNS.
Hey, Fancy, look, I'm sorry I'm late and everything. I was, oh my goodness, Lord, have mercy. I was just getting over my fear of flying. You know, if we were to ever crash